Is this working? Is this working? Are y'all seeing me? What's going on? Hi! I don't know what is going on. Hello! Bruh, I just did a whole little intro for myself there. Let's just take it from the top. Okay, that's much better. I guess my OBS restarted and I didn't redo the broadcast. Here we are, everybody. Oh, that's so much better. I was like, wow, no one's riffing with me. That would be why. Happy Monday, everyone. Yes, technical issues, always fun. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, so no one heard any of that? Just checking. No one heard any of that. Just want to make sure I say everything again. Okay, so, well, first of all, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It was a wonderful show today. We learned a lot, didn't we? We learned a lot about certain people associated with this show, light internet friends of the show, which I cannot wait to get into. Also, we have Kaceytron coming out of the mud to throw her feces at Olivia for some reason. So we did learn Kate is gay as well. Yes, we did learn that Kate is gay. Shout out. Yeah, we've got some great stuff to chat about tonight. But at the top, I want to say thank you to, well, all of you, obviously. But tonight, a special shout out for my wife. She really persevered through the odds this evening. I got a new computer chair because my other one was old and broken. And she was building it and she was like moving it from the living room into my office here. And she like dropped a huge piece of it on her toe and she was like, ah, motherfucker. And so I like got her Tylenol and had her put her foot up and ice it and everything. And then after like 10 minutes, she got up and like started building the chair again. I was like, you don't need to do that. And she said, I'm not going to not finish your chair just because I hurt my toe. Just such a dedicated sweetie. So shout out to Lizzie, who is fast asleep right now. But she's just, she's just the best. She really is. Yeah. She is a lady on a mission. I was like, girl, we have other chairs in the house. I'll sit in something else. She's like, no, it's done. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. She's the best. May that kind of love find me. I hope it does. It's really, really nice. It's really nice. Yeah. So that's that. That's my big shout out at the top of the show. We also got a big thank you from AB. And I think this is for all of us because this is about the kudo board that we all did together. If you missed it, the chat and I put together a kudo board, which is like a big electronic card, essentially. We did one for Olivia. And then the next day we did one for AB and Lena because that was when AB, unloaded and came back to us in a way, right? So we heard that Olivia is really grateful for her card. So shout out, girly. We love you, Olivia. And then we got this lovely shout out from AB. So let's hear it.
Is a girl with a microphone here by chance? I want to give her a very sincere shout out.
I was not in chat. I was actually in another chat with Alex and Haley and Captain Quasar. more on that to come, but that's where I was when he was shouting me out.
Get her. I mean, it's not super important.
Get her, yeah.
If she's free, I just wanted, or she could just watch this back. But I wanted to thank her sincerely. She put, and everyone else who made this kudo board, sending me and Lena love. I cannot believe how many people submitted, and it like, oh my, I honestly did not even get through all of it. I was like falling asleep reading them all, and I was smiling. And I heard Lena getting emotional this morning before I even woke up. But
it's 190 people. 190 people wrote in with their words and their messages and their images and videos to show their love to AB and Lena. And I think it was like 180 did the same for Olivia. So thank you to all of you for participating and showing your love. And I'm so grateful that all of that love got to them, right? That we found a way to get it to them.
Like, it was just like endless. Like, every time I thought it was at the end, there was just more. I was reading on mobile, so it was like single rows, but even so, there's so many people. And that means so much, guys. You know, pursuing a career on YouTube or whatever is this one really hit me. The Jomana Ruse. This is like a meme from our hometown. But yeah, guys, it was really sweet. And what I was saying was, like, pursuing something online and not having a steady job for so long. And even now, the way, you know, also I love this, the Renesmee. Not knowing what the future holds. One of my biggest fears is Lena believing in me.
This is so sweet.
Thank you so much for the dono. Is something happening to me after Lena believed in me and allowed me to chase what I wanted to do, and me not being able to leave anything behind to, you know, so that she's okay, at least financially, and or my family.
So sweet.
But you know, seeing all these messages, it really does put me at ease, because I know no matter what Lena does, God forbid anything was to ever happen to me, she will always have these beautiful people that I know without asking will support her for the rest of her life. And that is a very comforting feeling. Not to get too deep, but thank you guys. I really do appreciate you. It means a lot. Yeah.
What a sweetie. So, of course, shout out AB. We love AB, don't we, folks? Hi, AB was a special treat today for sure. No, Lena's not leaving. Nobody's leaving. We just put together a card to show our support. Almost 200 people signed it, which is incredible. And they got it. And they're very grateful for the card. He was also like blown away by the little gift card as well. So we did good, guys. We did well. The point of this was to overwhelm them in the most positive way with love, because the negative voices are so loud, right? I mean, that's true on every corner of the internet. So the reason I wanted to do this is because it is like this flood, right? Where you keep scrolling and there's just more and more and more. And how rare is it these days, right? To open something and scroll and it's just all positive, right? That never happens. And so I'm just so glad that they got it and they love it. And so thank you. I mean, one message from me would have been nothing. So thank you for everybody who pitched in with their words and, you know, their generosity if it suited them. Shout out, y'all. This is what I want to do with this space, right? Like, I want to make things better. I don't want to just, you know, put more poison out, right? We're going to talk shit. We're going to be silly about stuff, right? But I also want to give us a place to make a difference, or to make some sort of an impact, to make people feel at least a little bit better. And I'm not alone in that. Like the H3 Galaxy is doing the same, right? We're putting out lots of cool content. So make sure you check out everybody. I laughed every time AB did his Denims giggle. Yeah, he was going ham today. Yeah, so that was awesome. I saw this just before I logged on, and so I had to grab it. Y'all know Dylan Burns. He is the reporter that's in Ukraine on the front lines reporting on the war. And Ethan did an interview with him. And some of y'all need to chill. Because actually, let me just go straight to Reddit because that is where y'all started this shit. And it reached him, okay? Let's see. Oh my God, where did you guys put it? All right, so basically people on Reddit, and then to his face apparently, were telling Dylan Burns that he looks like Trisha Paytas. Let me go to the video. I'll just go to the H3 video. I saw it. Yeah, okay. Well, you can just see from the, you can see from the, there, that's him. This is him here.
Which a lot of times.
Someone said like Trisha in an alternate universe or something like that. So apparently y'all couldn't just like keep it cool and just say it on Reddit. You hoes had to go and like contact him about it. So he said, one more DM from the H3H3 fans asking if I'm related to Trisha Paytas, and I think I'm gonna die on the spot. Y'all are crazy. There are pics that really show it. Well, yes, I mean, even this like still, nope, that's not the one. Even this still, I mean, you can see it. I think it's the eyes, right? That they're kind of far apart. It's crazy. It's so silly. And Pope Diorio loved it. People are just having a good time in his comments. Notice he didn't say no, though. Oh, God. People are so silly. Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill. I just thought that was a sweet little giggle for us to have. Oh, and I saw this. And I will tell you, my first hope is that this summons Olivia back like the frickin' bat signal. I hope this is how she rises from the ashes and comes back to us. Apparently, Ariana Grande will soon be breaking up with Ethan Slater. We don't know how true this is, but we need an Olivia Goss talk, and we need it now. Let's hear what this says.
Ariana Grande's breakup with Ethan Slater is allegedly coming very soon. She's told people specifically not to ask her about him. And he was noticeably missing from the MTV VMAs where her whole family was in attendance. And the blind item reads, during her press tour, this award-hungry A-lister has made it very clear no one is allowed to ask her about her partner. The breakup announcement is coming very soon. Again, this is allegedly Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. And the related headline reads, Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's romance dying a slow death.
Oh, shit!
Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's relationship appears to have hit a roadblock. The actor wasn't by the pop icon's side during her attendance at the VMA Awards 2025.
Shit.
Additionally, the Seven Rings singer did not mention her rumored partner in any of her award acceptance speeches. This led many to believe that the Wicked Part 1 co-stars might have broken up. Now, as per a latest source, Grande and Slater's romance won't last long. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's rumored romance won't last beyond the Wicked 2 release, says the source.
Oh, interesting. So they're thinking they're just playing it up until the Wicked 2 release. But to me, I mean, if I were her PR, I'd say drop that shit like the day before Wicked comes out. Because everyone then is going to want to go see and like see what the vibe is between them and if it started while they were filming, you know? So please, 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 I hope Oliv's doing well. You know what? It's okay if she doesn't come back for this or at all, right? We just love Olivia. But I hope that she is seeing this and she's enjoying it. I hope that this is making her day a little bit brighter. But yeah, I don't know how much Ariana has talked about him in the past because they got together in such a terrible way. So I'm not sure if her not mentioning him is all that big of a deal, but we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Your lighting is giving wicked. I know. No, you're right. Cuz I have two lights and the best it looks for my skin is having one green light and one pink light. And so every time I'm like setting up, I'm singing Wicked because of it. Guys, I saw Olivia live in Spring Awakening. I cried so bad. She's actually an angel. Oh yeah. I mean, she's so talented. She really is. Oh, so yeah. That's just a little treat, and it made me think of Olivia and miss her, and so we're just sending love out, and hopefully she's just eating this up with a spoon, you know. Okay, I think it's time to get into the show. First up, breaking news: AB was zooted out of his mind. So here is the first glimpse of high AB that we got very early in the episode.
Wow, bro. Please tell me you paid $500,000 for this watch.
Can I say something real quick? This is new me trying to just be honest about everything. I'd like to apologize again. I didn't make a statement. I want to apologize to Ethan and Dan and all my coworkers.
Oh my God.
You know,
Honest Abe. You're Honest Abe.
Huh?
You're on.
Huh? Now AB's not hearing Ethan. In the world of high AB, he can't hear Ethan. Everything's upside down. Yeah, the immediate confession. He's like, I can't hold this in.
Honest
I'm Honest
Abe.
Abe, exactly. I feel like I have new life and I feel weightless.
Honestly.
I wanted to celebrate this.
A little extra weightless for sure.
I was, cleaning a little bit and I saw that Olivia had some mood gummies on her shelf.
No.
He said, you know
I'm
what?
tripping fucking balls. I'm so sorry.
You got
I
blasted for
usually
your
be
big-
more professional. I am fucking tripping. I thought I was watching the show right now as a fan. I was just like,
You
That-
hit
shit,
a
I'm on
good.
this
That is so funny. He's just sitting there. I thought I was at home kicking, rubbing my feet together, just watching like a fan. Oh my God. Carefree AB is giving the show a new breath of life, 100%. He, honestly, people were saying oh, it's the new AB. I love it. I feel like this is the old AB come back. I mean, definitely stronger, more confident maybe, but this is the guy that I think we were all missing, right? He's just knows his shit, knows who he is, and he's just, the revived AB, right? He's like, oh God, I'm going to make a Lord of the Rings reference. And I've never seen it. I've just seen their reactions to it. Is it Gandalf who comes back and he's like all white and hot and shiny? That's what I feel like. He's interacting and upbeat like he used to be. Exactly. Yeah, it's like he's back to just riding for the crew and riding for the show, but there's definitely a new a new weightlessness, right? A new confidence, and he doesn't have anything to lose, and we just love that for him. And we love that for us.
Okay, well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
You still want to do this big segment you've been playing?
Oh yeah. No, this
All right.
is I can still do it.
I support you 100%.
Thank
It's
you. I
good
just
to
wanna-
disclose that, just so people are they rate on a scale.
Yeah. I tried this
Yeah,
once before
on a
with the
curve.
segment and it didn't go well, but I thought maybe now I would be less stressed.
You sound
and I'd be
good. I mean,
okay
you
to handle
sound
it, but I'm
coherent.
tripping balls.
You sound sober.
Thank you.
Well, it's about to be amazing. I mean, having AB high for this was so perfect. So perfect. And speaking of high, Kaceytron decided to come out of the woodwork for some reason this week and just start being really cruel and weird on Twitter. And they cover a bunch of it. So let's start with the fact that she decided to completely blow her chance at a settlement just to be a mean girl. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if she was feeling pressure from one of her friends to get on the internet and attack people. Specifically, AB and Olivia. I wonder if someone was making her feel like she wouldn't be a good friend if she didn't do that. I wonder if someone was like emotionally extorting her. Wouldn't that be weird? I wonder if she felt like she had to prove herself as a friend by riding into battle for her. But what do I know? All right, here's Kaceytron fucking ruining her life.
H3 fans are just showing how incredibly hypocritical all the.
It's true.
All the still existing H3 fans are just showing how incredibly hypocritical they are. Why? What's hypocritical? She also said, and this is the part that really fucking pissed me off. I want to take the time to also say that I am praying for Olivia, girl. I hope that during this mental health break, she can take the time to reflect on how she is devoid of morals and maybe get some.
See, this is when I say that's like mean girl energy, that's exactly what this is, right? It's worded at first to make you think it's like sincere concern, right? And that you're just like riding for a fellow girly. But this is how they really feel. They're just hateful. They're just hateful people. They don't care. They never cared. It sucks. And I feel sad for Olivia that she put any faith in any of these people. I don't know if there was any relationship with Kaceytron, but like, again, why are we going for Olivia, who is out on a mental health break, who she most certainly knows was on the edge as early as, this past week, right? Why would someone go after her? Because they're bullies. This is bully behavior. This is mean girl behavior. Right? But little did Kaceytron know that this was not going to go well for her. It doesn't make her look strong or smart or like she's in the right. And also she's about to be really hosed by this.
Nice.
May I say, with all peace and love, Kaceytron, that whatever goodwill I had for you, whatever charity I had for you was like, oh, we're fun. She's funny. She's silly and whatever. She's broke and she's just an idiot and she's just a stoner idiot. I now see you as the malicious. It's so unfair that I can't say the B word.
Bitch.
And the ladies.
Olivia wouldn't want you to.
Bitch.
Remember.
Facts.
That's true. That's why, and especially that's why I refrain.
Yeah,
Bitch.
there you go.
But you are a cruel, disgusting, fucking
Bitch.
Stop.
crone. I wouldn't say
Crone.
that. Who said that?
I don't even know who
Oliver
that is.
Tree, I think. Was Oliver
Oh, we're going to talk about the weird innocent white woman thing too. Yeah.
Tree?
What did Oliver say?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
So I responded to this. I said, hey, Kaceytron, settlement's off the table. Good luck.
Oopsie.
I'm sure your attorney's going to be great. Stoked about that. Fuck you, you disgusting, evil piece of shit. You are fucked.
Fucked.
You're cooked.
This is the person who has been complaining about how poor she is, how poor she grew up, how much how much financially she's in the hole, but she can't keep her mouth shut. Like, again, this to me feels like she was pressured to some degree to do this. I don't know. I have no idea if that's true. But why? There's no way that her legal counsel would approve of her doing this. Because now she's fucked. Honestly, shout out Frogan for minding her business. And maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe a post from Frogan is coming. But at least Frogan's minding her business. At least Frogan's minding her business. You know? But yeah, Anissa just commented on Kaceytron's thing the other day, like, you're so much smarter than everyone says. Don't listen to anyone who calls you stupid. Even though a lot of people are saying it. You're definitely smart. She's love bombing Kaceytron to get her to say shit about her, in my opinion. Number one rule of being sued is always shut up and stay shut up. Exactly. Can we send a kudo board and some Pepto to Casey's lawyer? They're having a hard time. Oh, bless them. I wonder why Frogan has her own attorney. Denims and Kaceytron are sharing one. I have no idea. And unlike Denims, I'm not going to speculate about all of that, right? But there is to me, in my opinion, okay, we'll speculate a little bit. And that's that Anissa is doing to Kaceytron what she did to Olivia and AB, right? Where she's kind of like getting in there with compliments and influence, right? And then using that to be like, if you don't defend me, then you're not a real friend. You don't actually care about Palestine, blah, 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 right? So now we have another person who is willing to risk their livelihood, risk their bank account for Anissa, to defend Anissa. I'm sorry. If you're a friend of mine and you get deep into some bullshit and I'm being sued by the person that you're in the bullshit with, there are very few people that I would actually like fuck around with that on, you know? I bet Frogan will settle smooth out a bit and they'll turn on her, but that's just in my opinion. Maybe. This is so fun, new to you from the show. Oh, hi, Ikro. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. It's just all very mean girl behavior, right? Like, and I think that if you have ever been a girl, this is really easy to recognize. Like, it's not hard, and the formula is always the same, right? It's almost always 2-on-1, right? And if it's not, then they have to do the I'm the victim thing, right? But here, they feel empowered because they have each other. So now they're doing the very openly mean girl shit to the, it's not weakest, but like the most vulnerable person in the situation, right? And thank goodness that Ethan is just ready to show them the consequences, right? Like, my niece and nephew are 3 and 4 years old, and they are currently learning about consequences. And I feel like Anissa and Casey kind of missed the lesson. And they just keep putting their hand on the stove. Right? There could have been a settlement with just an apology. Like, there was time. There was opportunity, and Casey blew it. And to blow it, to go double down on Olivia in honor of Anissa, like, for her honor, is crazy to me. And I wonder if Anissa isn't getting enough, if Ian isn't saying enough publicly for her liking, and so she's having to outsource that, you know? Because also we have Denims popping off, right? Hi, Captain Quasar. What's up? So yeah, I thought that this was a great example of when keeping it real goes wrong. If anybody used to watch the Chappelle Show, yes, a fan of Hasan's got arrested. We're going to talk about that later. It's a crazy story, and we have there's some wild stuff going on with that. So yeah, so first, again in the cry bully cycle, we have this like direct abusive behavior, right? Of saying that Olivia, of all people, is devoid of morals. Why? Because they know that is what is going to get to Olivia, right? If this was middle school or high school, they would call her ugly or fat, right? But they know that Olivia is a beautiful soul who is concerned with being a good person. And so they are withdrawing their support for her being a good person, knowing that this poor young woman is having a hard time. And my saying that, according to them, my feeling for Olivia and saying she's in a vulnerable position is infantilizing a woman, right? That's what I keep seeing now, is that caring about a woman and defending her is infantilizing a woman. Meanwhile, they're begging for people to then infantilize them, right? It's what Anissa attacked to, basically saying she wasn't a girl's girl. Exactly. She crashed out so much more since the episode ended. Oh, God. I bet. Well, they must have like a watch party, right? Where they're just like hate watching in the group chat. That's what it feels like. Because they are always like popping off immediately. All right, so then this is the other piece of Kaceytron's shit. So it starts with the really openly abusive shit, right? But then when someone claps back, when they don't get the reaction they expected, which is someone else to cry, then they start crying and make themselves the victim. I remember being in kindergarten and one of my friends, she was a friend, right? But we were kindergartners. She like kicked me under the table and then raised her hand and told the teacher that I kicked her. Like, that's the kind of shit we're dealing with here. That is the kind of shit that we are dealing with. So here is Kaceytron, after saying horrible shit about Olivia, saying that she can't be sued because she is broke or poor. To me, poor means you grew up in poverty, and it sounds like she did. And broke means you just don't have money at the moment, right? That's a distinction that I think middle-class people don't really know about, and I think that they need to learn. That's separate, though. So let's watch this.
Stop.
Full Darvo.
So she says,
Darvo.
What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism. It's literally like the most basic form of IP enforcement. I'm literally just protecting my intellectual property. A video that I spent months on, worked on that video more than any video I ever have, single-handedly building a piece of art from scrap with my hands, okay? And you stole it.
You call it a piece of art?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Dan the Hater, we don't have time for you, Dan the Hater. So yeah, basically she says, I came from poverty, abuse, domestic violence. I've had firearms pointed at me defending my mother from abuse. Privileged people like Ethan and AB, which is such a wild assumption, will never know the violence of poverty. What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism. Like, not everything that happens to you is like a moral panic. Especially when you've done something wrong. Like, it is wild to me how these people, how Kaceytron and Anissa specifically, how they demand so much mercy and understanding and nuance for the reasons that they react the way they do. But they have none of that for anybody that they don't like. Right? Everything that anyone on the H3 show does is presumed to be malicious, and come from a place of like evil, right? But they have excuses for why, or explanations for why they are the way they are. They deserve grace. They deserve the benefit of the doubt. They deserve mercy. They deserve understanding. But fuck everybody else. It's morally inconsistent, right? If you're going to be morally inconsistent, just stop pretending that you're moral. Stop pretending like you are fighting the good fight. You're just being a bitch. You're just being a petty ass bitch. You're being a mean girl. So just like embrace it. Embrace the mean. And I'm sorry, none of this information about your life gives you the right to steal someone's content. And none of it gives you the right to steal it and be very vocal about the fact that you are trying to create a market substitute to financially impact someone else. Like, what is this? What is the argument here? Like, this is clearly just an argument for the court of public opinion, right? Because unless you're going to argue in court that because you're poor, you don't know right from wrong, this is nothing. Completely inadmissible. So I don't know why that she's doing this. Like, I would focus less on trying to get Twitter on your side and more on trying not to lose all your money on a lawsuit when you are pretty clearly wrong. Like, pride goeth before the fall, as they say. Too poor to understand law. Exactly. Like, and then it's just the bigotry of low expectations, right? Like, I can't do better. I'm poor and I come from terrible circumstances. And it's like, is that why you stole his video? No, you stole his video because you fucking hate him. Like, can we stop acting like everything is this socialist crusade when you're being attacked or when you are being held accountable? You know you're being a bitch. You know you're being petty. You know you're being a mean girl. You know you don't like him. This is all very personal beef. You are not helping anyone except yourself. I'm so sick of the moral grandstanding. Like, just be a bitch. Say you're a bitch. And double down on it. Triple down. I don't care. But I am outraged and this is class. Shut the fuck up, girl. This is all your fault. None of this had to happen. And I know you're full of shit because you're going after Olivia, who is a woman. You guys keep talking about how misogynistic Ethan is and how terrible it is to target women. And you guys keep going after Olivia, who is not just a woman. She's also like in a mental health crisis, which you guys also use as an excuse. So just keep it real. Stand 10 toes down on being a bitch. I'm a bitch. Huge bitch. There's no need to pretend like everything you do is for some like moral crusade. But you can't admit that because your pride is too big. So she just kept going. This is another tweet that she did. Thank you for all the new subbies. I'm seeing them come in. Shout out. No, Jared, I am a bitch. Being a bitch is a wonderful thing. It is powerful. And I'm a huge fan of it. So like I don't consider it a bad thing. And that's the thing. Like these girls, this is like the crux of Mean Girl syndrome is having to have that facade of niceness, right? Or of morality to it, right? Let's go to feminism. Feminist rage works. So the thing is, thank you, Haley, for this amazing overlay. Can I come up a little bit? So I don't just look like a head. Nope. Where am I? There we go. The thing about Mean Girls is women are socialized as children to be nice, right? We're socialized to be nice all the time and to smile and be cute and not be mean to anyone ever because it's unbecoming of a girl. It's unbecoming of a woman. So then we grow up and we feel like we have to justify our anger, our aggression through like these channels that still make us look like we're nice, right? That we're concerned. Like concern trolling is such a mean girl tactic, right? You look like you're being nice, but really you're being a bitch and saying that someone is either ugly or crazy or weak or whatever, or fat or on drugs or whatever it is. It's cloaked in this like facade of niceness, right? And that's what we're seeing here. We've seen it with Anissa, and now we're seeing it with Kaceytron too. That's what it is. And now they're using Palestine and everything that's happening in Gaza to hide all of their aggression and bad behavior, right? Because all humans behave badly. But women feel like they need to justify that bad behavior, that anger, that aggression, to stay within the appropriate bounds of womanhood, of being under like the male gaze, right? So yeah, that's that. And this is why I want my niece to go into like kickboxing as like a girl, right? Because so many girls, I mean, we all humans have aggression, right? Girls are not really encouraged to access and express that aggression. And so it gets shoved down, and then it becomes all this passive aggression of talking about each other and triangulating and lying, being dishonest. And then you kind of don't really know yourself anymore. So, I mean, it just seems to me that Kacey and Anissa really need like a feminist consciousness raising. And to learn how to like just access their anger, access their aggression without pretending it's some huge honorable thing. Like you're just mad. You're just being a bitch. Thank you for coming to my feminist rage talk. Your niece should do Muay Thai. Oh my God. She had one day. When was that? She had her hair braided over the summer. And so she had her hair braided, and then she had on, we had just like gone swimming. So she had like a bathrobe on, and it had a hood. And I was like, oh my God, she looks like a little Muay Thai fighter. I would love for her to do Muay Thai. She would crush that. She would crush that. But Anissa is an expert on intersectional feminism. Well, exactly. And she weaponizes that too. She's like, this is coming from a place of intersectional feminism. But really, she's just using knowledge she's weaponizing knowledge, which I don't believe she has, to make other people feel stupid. Right? It's just more of the same shit. Yeah, I would love her to do Muay Thai. But also I kind of need her to do basketball. I'm like, I want them courtside seats to the W, baby. I will follow that kid anywhere she plays. She learned info dumping from the best, Hasan. Exactly, right. Hey, I need to intersect this. Stupid. So yeah, they're just, yeah, they're shitty people. Oh, here it is. I don't know why this wasn't showing before. There we go. So this was another thing that came up on, this was on Reddit. Yeah, okay. So this is Kacey's response to Ethan pulling the settlement off the table, as he should. As he should. And so it's the recipe we know well, right? The mean girl recipe. You say shitty stuff, right? Dunking on these two. And then your hand gets slapped. Instead of being like, okay, fuck you, Ethan, I don't care. Then you have to be the victim. I come from poverty, but I'll go to drug abuse and domestic violence. I've had fire. Okay, so we saw this, the class warfare thing. And then down here, she says, can the foot fungi please spare me from hearing about Ethan and Hilda's story of having to put a pepper back? Oh, so you're a fan, you're saying. This is literally, can you guys hear that? My cats are like in a bag in the hallway. We buy them so many gifts and all they want to do is play in paper bags. This is literally regular life for 90% of people. The fact that they retell this story as some big life trauma just further shows their privilege. Girl, no one is telling it as a trauma. The thing is, none of this is even worth arguing about, right? Because these people are not serious. Yeah, you can hear that. What the fuck is happening? They're crazy. We'll just do this. These children will be the death of me. These children will be the death of me. They're getting fixed on Wednesday, and I can't wait. They're going to be so cute. I'll put pictures up of them in their little... We got them like soft little cones. I can't wait to see them in them. It's going to be really sweet. All right, so yeah, that's all I really care to share about Kaceytron. Again, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my children. None of this is worth fighting about or arguing about because these people already know that they're full of shit, right? They know that they are abusing language, abusing people, right? They know they're doing all of this in this scramble to like be the coolest, the smartest, like whatever it is. So let's just move on to something way better, which is the girl with a microphone getting another shout out on the show. OMG. And this one cracked me up. I was dying laughing. So here we go, guys.
It all. Yes, sir.
My stream is cursed. What's going on? Is something wrong? It says excellent connection. Thank you, Garrett. I'm just waiting. There's a delay, so I want to wait and see if anything's wrong. I'm good now. Okay. It was laggy, but refresh and it should be good, folks. Okay, great. Wonderful. All right, so here's another little shout out. We love it. This one made me laugh.
Shout out to this
The notification sound, the door opening, is people coming in who subscribe, and it is from AOL or AIM of friends coming online. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, I have a list of shout-outs. My second one is for a girl with a microphone. Thank you so much. She made a kudos board for me and Lena.
Wait, is that A or 4?
Huh?
Am I an A or 4?
Are you on A or 4?
Again,
Yeah.
can't hear him when he's high.
Where's the girl with the microphone clip?
Oh, there's no clip. I just want to shout her out and just say thank you. She put together a card from the audience to show me and Lena love. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
And Olivia, thank you so much. That was honestly so kind.
He outed me. He
It
did.
really meant the world. So thank you.
She's
I appreciate you
such
guys.
a sweet, great person. I love girl with the microphone. Her commentary is great. She's super.
Thanks for playing with your nip while we were talking about it, Ethan. Oh, it's just out here massaging himself.
Smart.
Okay, here
I
we
love
go.
girl.
It really meant the world. So thank you.
She's
I appreciate you
such
guys.
a sweet, great person. I love girl with the microphone. Her commentary is great. She's super smart.
She
Very
is.
funny.
I told
Sharp.
her once there was some
Sharp.
drama. I forget what it was, but I watched her timeline to help bring me up to speed, and she was very organized and clear. So shout out.
Right? And she's also gay,
Shout
She
the
is.
fuck out.
She is.
which we love.
I fucking died.
We love the gay.
she's also gay. It reminded me of the Wendy Williams. She has also died. Oh, yeah. We need a lesbian tangent for that. Lesbian tangent. Oh, wait. I mean, that still applies. This is another one from Haley. Okay, we got to turn this one back on. And let's turn Adam off. Oh, my God. Go away. I have too many stacked here. I have too many stacked. Oh, I think maybe I'm a dum-dum. I got rid of it. I didn't get rid of it. I just replaced it like an idiot. Short guys also fuck, but yeah, lesbian tangent. Ethan just might be a gay icon. Adam suck a fart. Short guys fuck. I don't even remember. Oh, we were talking about, I don't know. I remember I brought up Peter Dinklage. You can see my cat being a ding dong. Yep, there you go. Fell right in. Fell right in your little fort there. I love short guy lesbians. Shout out trans lesbians. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's like exactly my type. Okay. So that was just really sweet. And my wife was there to hear that one and we both just giggled. I know, Deej, I know. But I was putting them up quickly and so I was just stacking them like an idiot. There's that. All right, let's get into Denims again. Like, there isn't really a huge point to talk about this stuff because they know that they're in the wrong and they're being silly and stupid. But of course, we do have some things to say, right? We already have 1.5 iDubbbz in chat. Let's go. My wife is a fan of H3. To some degree. She likes when she likes the drama stuff, like when there's stuff happening between like the Ethan and iDubbbz stuff, when there's like big updates, she wants to watch it. I mean, we used to watch all the old videos together. She and I both really loved the 1,000 Degree Knife video. I showed her that. Oh my God, we were like peeing our pants laughing at that. So she's been watching it for as long as I've been watching it, essentially. And for anybody who was missing the fuck ass bun, the hair is going up because it's hot in here. So the fuck ass bun is returning and it's going to be a real good one tonight because the hair is clean. Look at that. Look how big it is. And it's got the oil. It's like all shiny. That is a fuck ass bun if I've ever seen one. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Yes. Curls are going off. Yes, bitch. All right. Quick work. Oh, yeah. Pfft. I've been doing this shit for years. All right. So here's let's get into Denims. Let's just blow through this.
I'm glad you asked me to clarify, Ethan. God bless anyone that wants to do sex work, but if you want someone to quit their job and say fuck their family because they work for someone who they assume is the ultimate Zionist, just a friendly reminder that OnlyFans, the owner of OnlyFans, allegedly is the top donator to AIPAC.
No way!
Since October 7.
And that's the thing, right? Like, they knew exactly why AB brought it up, but instead of just being like, yeah, fuck you, I'll do what I want, they say, I need to feed my family, right? Or you're being sexist, you're kink shaming me, you're slut shaming me, you're anti-sex worker, you're a misogynist. No, he's calling out your hypocrisy, your double standard. Right? Right. So let's keep this going here.
Papa Gut said,
There is no way that she
Gut
would
said,
be that openly hypocritical.
Yeah. Papa Gut said, holy shit, we got a way to make fun of Anissa for doing OnlyFans that isn't misogynistic. He's like, holy shit, we won.
Yeah.
We win.
I didn't want to. But I'm just saying.
Well, no, it's fair. I mean, that's more than fair game. You're not minimizing her sex work.
No, it's the same as dunking on Hasan for drinking drinks that are on the BDS list or being on Twitch, right? Like these are the people who are setting the moral purity standards. So when they aren't following them, that is hypocritical. right? When they are using those goalposts or the gatekeeping to judge other people, to make other people seem like they are less than them, yeah, you're looking self-righteous, and people are going to call it out when there are inconsistencies. Not hard to figure out.
Oh, but she'll frame it that way. But the truth is, Denims, however big of a Zionist you think I am, I'm sure as hell ain't donating $12 million to AIPAC. In fact,
right, because Denims is on OnlyFans too, right? Wow, I'm such a misogynist for bringing that up.
I'm giving lots of money to Gaza aid funds. Right?
Yeah, it's not personal. I personally I don't support Israel. That's what it is.
She does.
Personally.
Like by all metrics, she does. You know what that commission from OnlyFans goes straight to AIPAC.
Exactly.
It does.
A chunk of it for certain.
It does, and she does it proudly. And just like she pays her taxes proudly.
You know what I have to say to that?
Bombs to Israel, yeah.
AB is crazy.
You don't even need to pretend like it's funny. It is, and we explained why.
And we explained it.
Epic content over here at the H3 show. Her and Anissa both are on OnlyFans, if you can believe that.
The all-knowing succubus knows you're watching, Ethan.
They really have to address that. I think they genuinely have to address that.
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky because if they address it and they deny it, then they're agreeing with the Zionist.
Yeah, they're not going to.
He denies it, so they're defending his claims.
So we need to.
God gave me that. Shout out.
We need to keep the pressure on them to explain how they justify working for OnlyFans. There's other platforms they could work on. Mm-hmm. You know,
like what? Like Fansly,
I don't know.
The main supporter of Creator Clash 2. Maybe they don't know about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, why are they not on Fansly? That was like
That's crazy. The fact that the OnlyFans competitor not only doesn't donate to AIPAC, but also knows Anissa. And potentially Denims, or at least Denims would have a connection there. To me, that feels like proof that they are just in it for the money. They're in it for the money. Which, isn't that why Denims is shitting on AB for just doing things for the money? Right? And Milhouse tried to defend it, and all he got was, well, yeah, gotta pay the bills. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's all that we're saying. That's all that we are trying to say too. Like, just stop watching people's pockets.
their main patron. Is Fansly that fucking bad?
Unbelievable. The self-own is crazy in that. Fansly supports Creator Clash, and you are still doing your spicy stuff on OnlyFans. Not only is it interesting because you have a direct connect with Fansly, but also there's the AIPAC thing. Ethan looks suave in this freeze. Yeah. Thank you, Jesse.
Great job, Fansly. You can't even get these people to use. Anissa's not even using it.
No.
I'm telling you, God gave me.
Is it possible she has like
What
a alt
reveal.
account there or something? I don't know. Not just to be totally fair. Anyway,
I don't know. I met the owner of Fansly at the Career Clash 2. We follow each other on Twitter. I could ask him.
Hey, have you donated to AIPAC? Just asking. He's like, actually, no. I'm a huge supporter of Gaza. They're like, well, Denims and
Exactly.
are like, well, you know, one of them is the biggest contributor to AIPAC. One of them supports Gaza. But I have to tell you guys, the Patreon platform is just so much better. We're going to have to use that one.
OnlyFans.
Suddenly they understand nuance, right? Suddenly, not everything's black and white, guys. And why are you holding me to this impossible standard in a capitalist world, right? Suddenly there's no ethical consumption under capitalism when it's their bag, when it's their wallet, their bank account, right? This is what I mean by like moral inconsistency. And that they should stop pretending that any of this is about anything other than hating Ethan Klein, right? That's what this all is about. Going after AB, going after Olivia, pretending that there's, or pretending there isn't this double standard It's all because you hate Ethan. It's not because you care about Gaza or the Palestinians. None of that matters. And now we have proof of that. Because you are selling your wares on a platform where your commission is to some degree funneled to AIPAC. Ethan has never donated $1 to AIPAC, but AB and Olivia and Lena need to quit their jobs or they don't care about Palestine. Okay, fuck you. That don't make no sense.
Sorry, OnlyFans. Only Zionists, more like.
All right, let's jump to this.
There hasn't been a single time that the camera ever contributed.
One of them is the biggest.
God damn it.
Ethan says contributed. There's never a moment where the camera pans over to her
OnlyFans.
after Ethan says something really off color. She's never laughing. There hasn't been a single time that the camera panned over to Olivia and Ethan made a really off color joke and she was like,
Mind you, nary a joke was made. Mind you, nobody knows what happened with the button except the people in that room. But Denims is so fragile and emotionally insecure that she has created this entire narrative just to hurt her own feelings. Lester got 100 on his test. Shout out. Listen, I have no business to critique people's eyeliner. Y'all saw what happened when I tried to do the Olivia eyeliner, for sure. But that's the thing, like, this entire response from Denims is her spiraling off about something that likely didn't happen, where Ethan made some joke about her and AB laughed about it. That didn't happen. But she's stuck on it because she doesn't like the idea of people talking shit about her. Right? Just to be this stuck on something that you have no evidence of happening is crazy. Like, this is all made up. This is all made up, Denims. Release yourself of this. Also, the fact that she keeps saying that despite AB being like, when they came back from the button, being like, oh, I laughed at how crazily Ethan hit the button, right? Like, explaining himself because he knew something like this would happen. I hope that this is another drop in the bucket toward AB realizing if someone hates you, they're just gonna willfully misunderstand you. Like, no matter what you explain, no matter what you do, they're gonna take it the wrong way. They're gonna think the worst and give you no grace and give you no benefit of the doubt. So stop hedging, just stop hedging. I remember Hila talking about that, like the point where she realized there was just no reason to argue or try to couch things or try to avoid saying certain things, because even if they did nothing wrong, it was going to be misinterpreted by bad actors. And that's all you can do. So then Denims, again, it really feels coordinated, the fact that Casey and Anissa and Denims are all talking about Olivia. Because here's Denims just being very confident about shit she knows nothing about. Again, shout out Frogan for just keeping her mouth shut.
The two of you guys. That's love right there.
Oh my God. He'll never live it down.
Do this again.
That's one.
okay. And then, wait, Olivia quit? They kind of let it slip in this show that Olivia actually did
I love
quit.
how confident she speaks
Didn't let
on
it.
that. Like, again, I'm not trying to bring Olivia in, leaving Olivia out of it, but just like,
She actually did quit. Shut up, girl. You don't know anything. You don't know shit. Can you guys hear my cat? It looks like on the mic that his purring is showing up. He's sitting underneath me. All right, let's keep going.
I love how she's so confident about that when she doesn't know shit, but also she's speaking about me. Like she knows what happened during the button. She knows what happened.
Exactly.
She knows what I was laughing at. This girl knows everything. She's a genius.
Like, I mean, this is the snark brain, right? This is the world building where they just decide what reality is and run with it. And that reality always makes everybody else as mean-spirited and as insecure as they are, right? That's how you know it's bullshit, because it's coming from a very weak mind that they're doing this. Also, keep Olivia's name out your fucking mouth. Keep her name out of your mouth. She's got more talent in her pinky than the three of you could ever dream of. Okay. And now this piece from Miss Denims is where she tries to do the Kaceytron thing of the moral outrage about AB's spending and his apartment and, you know, watching his pocket and shaming him for the way he lives because they disagree with him. Again, just be a bitch. Just be a bitch. Then you wouldn't have to do all this like fake grandstanding, because it's not becoming. It is not becoming of you.
Of the two of you guys.
You know,
that's love right there.
Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, I should do this again.
Yeah, it's so fucking. That's one.
Okay, and then.
Oh, wait, that's the Olivia thing.
Wait, Olivia
right.
quit?
Hang on. Oh, she's annoying. All right, I gotta get the clip of this one. I double dipped on the clip. There we go. How y'all doing out there tonight? All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. And we're back. So here is Denims talking about AB's decadent lifestyle, his shamefully decadent lifestyle, when she's also probably living in an apartment that costs as much, unless she has like multiple roommates.
No one even knew any of this stuff.
Well, now you
And
know.
also,
And what's your
Isn't that such a
reaction?
weird thing to share. When there's fucking videos of you doing a fucking $4,200 house apartment tour.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, this whole let's back that up. That part is so antisocial. Listen to this.
To fix their fucking play button.
Fuck. No one even knew any of this stuff.
Well, now you
And
know.
also,
And what's your
isn't that such a
reaction?
weird thing to share.
No one knew that your grandma and your sister are sick and you're paying for them. What a weird thing to say when people are trying to make you quit your job. The normal reaction to learning new information like this about the struggles that someone is having is to be like, oh wow, that does complicate things. I understand the situation more because it's, you know, it's not my life, and I can kind of better see where AB is coming from, right? He's in a rock and a hard place, right? It's not, yeah, well, I didn't know, you idiot. Like, that is an insane reaction. That is so defensive for no reason. It's like you're trying so hard to stay mad about things that you don't even make sense anymore. It was perfectly normal for AB to share that information, because this has been part of what's been weighing on him for a year. Is this socialist praxis, Denims? Is this the community building? Is this the the support of the workers that y'all are claiming to love so much? Because if so, you suck at it really bad. You suck at it really fucking bad. And it's just going to get worse.
When there's fucking videos of you doing a fucking $4,200 house apartment tour.
Yeah, because as cringe as you think I am. When did I upload that? It was right after the last video you called called cringe. It was.
I don't really care about the trolling. But let's say average rent in Los Angeles for 2-bedroom. The average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles varies, but can range from around $2,700 to over $3,000. And that's just an average. I mean, depending on that's probably like where you want to live, because the city is huge. This says the average rent of a 3-bedroom in LA is $4,000. That's still insane, and that is way above the minimum wage, the living wage, right? So, I mean, if you really cared about the things that your friend Hasan espouses all the time, you wouldn't be shitting on someone for paying their rent in an apartment that looks pretty small with peace and love. Like, that is a cozy little living room they have, right? That does not look like a huge apartment. The actual human reaction would be, wow, rent in LA is horrific. And we should do something about that. But no, because you aren't actually coming from a moral place. You just want to shit on AB and everything he does. Again, I beg of you, just be a bitch and admit it. Just be a bitch. Oh God, new Casey tweet. All right, I'll go look at it right now.
Because as much as you guys idolize Bad Empanada and as hard as he tries to act, I kind of have fun fucking with him. I recorded that video a year earlier. Go look at how I look. I don't even fucking match how I looked in the video before.
But also, you are 2 people looking for an apartment in LA. I mean, it's not that insane. What are we talking about?
It's true. I probably could have got it.
I mean, it's a lot.
Maybe
But
like $400
LA's
less.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. And also, I don't think they know how a lease works either. Like
Denims, how much is your rent?
Literally, what is her rent? Okay, there's apparently a new Kaceytron tweet, and it's very long. And again, it's just more of these people pretending like they know things. And it's starting to feel like, okay, have y'all seen The Craft? Because it is feeling like when the 3 toxic witches team up on the one good witch who's actually talented and try to get her to drive herself crazy and kill herself. That is exactly what this feels like. It's peak mean girl behavior. So this is what her response says. My prayers and manifestations seem to be paying off. Good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this path to a higher self. She is still a young woman. Take it from me, a 34-year-old woman. Ooh, that's embarrassing that you're that old and you're doing this shit. I know it was calling out to you years ago. Learn from this. Self-preservation is everything in influencing. As someone who has lasted in this hellscape for 13 years, I was speaking the truth about people who are now making calls to violence toward Hasan years ago when everyone was still kissing their asses because of popularity. What does any of this mean, and what does it have to do with Olivia? Speaking truth to power when it can have financial repercussions is very scary, but I have no regrets. You should have some regrets, girl. You're not speaking truth to power. You're being fucking mean. You're just being a mean girl, and you stole content. That's not speaking truth to power. I am so happy with the life I've created for myself while maintaining my values. Your values are weird, bro. I pulled some cards for Olivia. This one is free of charge, but feel free to tip my GoFundMe. Like, it's just dripping with passive aggression. 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Do not despair. Reframe your mind with all the new options. 6 of Pentacles. I'm just seeing what her reading is of this is like. This draw's coming from a place of guilt. No, that is not what that fucking card means, girl. Now it's time to make right by giving back in whatever ways. Like, to manipulate the art of tarot to suit your bullshit online beefs is so insane. Respect the art or don't do it, girl. Please. So I'm assuming that she thinks that Olivia is quitting because Denims decided to be very confident about saying that on the show. I'm not entirely sure what that was all about. Oh, I love tarot. I've been reading for years. That shit, to do it like that is gross, in my opinion. This is coming from a place of guilt. It's like, girl, shut up. Shut up. And I am saying that from the place of not liking you. Not from a place of trying to be more moral than you. I don't like you. You are not a nice person. I have a couple decks. I can show them off sometime. I was thinking of doing it as like a members drive thing where everyone that becomes a member, I pull a card and talk about it. Tarot is not the problem. People who manipulate it for their benefit are the problem. 100,000%. Here's the thing. Olivia can do what she wants. She's a grown-ass woman. Over here, on this side of the fence, we're not about telling her what to do. We're not about bullying or gaslighting her or trying to put pressure on her in a passive-aggressive or aggressive way to do anything. Because we want her brain to be okay. And her heart and her soul, wherever she ends up. We're not holding her to some like moral standard of, if you don't do this, then you're a bad person and have no morals. So keep your fucking shitty, biased, blasphemous tarot card reading, bro. Putting that toxic energy into a deck is yucky. Yucky. And I won't be surprised if all of your readings in that deck are terrible from now on. That's trash. Using tarot like that is trash. Ugh, gross. Okay, let's move on to making fun of Denims a little bit more. The tarot wars have begun. No way. I'm not. That's the thing. Like, I will not use tarot to claim any sort of power in her direction. It's not my power to play with. Like, that is some craft bullshit. That is her putting out bad shit into the world, and it always comes back times 3. So keep playing with it, Casey. Keep playing with it. Because you know what I see? I think this is your reading. You had all these choices and you fucked up. And now you are at the mercy. Now you are at the mercy of others because you are about to be fucking bankrupt because of your poor behavior and your unwillingness to admit that you were wrong. And this is Ethan just coming to bust down your door. I don't think that's a reading for Olivia at all. Kaceytron's name is going in the freezer. Are you Cuban by any chance? 3 items in chat. Let's go. My friend is Cuban, and her mom would put someone's name inside a lemon and put it in the freezer if they wanted to curse them. Imagine throwing away a job where you smoke weed and watch movies all day. Yeah. All you had to do, Casey, was sit there and eat your food. All you had to do was sit there and smoke a bong. But you let yourself get roped into this. And I think I know why. Yeah, that's the thing. When you go into a reading, we also don't know if she pulled these right side up or upside down. I'm going to bet at least one of these was reversed. But what do I know? She's just a tiny small child, yeah. Ugh. But what I was saying is when you bring bad energy into a reading, it fucks up your readings. And it's just going to be, yeah. It's the cards are not going to be on your side. I've been there when I've read people and they're like not really like in touch with who they are. Their readings are so bad. You can't mess with it. You can't manipulate the cards like this. It's not good for anyone. All right, here's Denims talking about how she could be so much funnier than AB.
You pause it, or she just?
No, it's playing. This is
This
is what she does,
so
Dan.
much funnier than you.
Let her
AB.
do her thing.
I can be so much funnier, and I can make fun of you so much
What'd she
better
say?
than you could.
First of all, has Denims ever genuinely laughed at anything? I hope so. I hope for her sake she has. But I don't think in all of these clips I've ever seen her genuinely laugh at something. It's all this like fake put on, oh, can you believe this, dude? Crap, you know? It's like not real. It's not real humor. It's not the H3 humor, you know?
Ever make fun of me.
She could be so much funnier. Is that what she said?
Yes, she
My
did.
head's
I
gonna
can
pop
be
like a
so
zit.
much funnier than you, AB. I can be so
she
much
could
funnier.
roast you
and
so
I can
hard
make
right
fun
now.
of you so much better than you could.
Okay, girl, so do it. Do it. Be funny. Be funnier. Be funnier than him. Be funnier than anybody. Be funny, period. Like, are you waiting for a platform? You have a platform. Are you scared? Like, what's going on? Like, get those jokes off, queen. Let's go. I could be so much fun. You know, when someone's actually funny, they just go and be funny. Right? They just go and be funny. So we're ready to hear it. Like, be funny, girl. Here's one from me, because this is the vibe that you're giving me right now. You remind me, this is going to be so specific, and I'm thinking of a very specific person when I say this. You remind me of the girls in the high school theater, because of course I did theater. The girls in high school theater who always had like the low-rise bell-bottom jeans, who are always in the ensemble, never have lines, can't sing, but act like they're the center of the universe, and give like non-consensual shoulder rubs to all the boy actors and stage crew. Is she anyone else that was in theater? Are you getting that vibe from her? Like heavy, like theater groupie energy. Like I just see her like at the back of the auditorium during tech rehearsals, play fighting with the freshmen and sophomore boys that like aren't actually on stage. Be like, oh my God, Ryan, stop. Like that is the vibe. That is the vibe that Denims gives me. It's just very much like theater pick me energy. where it's like in the normal pool of the school, no one really cares about you, right? But in the theater room, you're like one of the hot girls. And so you act like it's like your kingdom, you know? Yeah, I give the best shoulder rubs. You know what I mean? That is all I can think of with her. And like, she loves to like do like hula hoop around and like walk around hula hooping. Like, that's just the vibe I get from Denims. We don't need to call anyone a slut. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying flirty, not slutty. No slut shaming. All right, so then after Denims totally wowed us with her jokes. Not really. She did not make a single joke. Then Kate and Mike came back on. Mike Briggs and his wife, Kate Yang, who we love, came back on to set the record straight on a couple of things. And oh my God, did they. First up, we have them talking about the fact that Anissa weaponized an assault against Kate to try to own her and look cool. So here's the backstory of what really happened, and it all just makes the whole thing a lot more messed up.
How to deal with insurance, how to code all the treatment plans that we're doing for surgery. So the doctor was like, Kate, I know you're really smart and you're the surgical lead, so I really need you to train her and help her in any way possible, right? But I didn't know that this person had a substance abuse problem, you know? And so one day she came to work and she was shaking. And I knew that she was on something. And she physically attacked me and she hit me with a wood door and broke my rib. And then when that happened, I had to resign from my job. I was so broken in that moment because I was a single mom, right? And that time Michael and I were not living together. I was worried that I would have to resign from my job because
they love making fun of people for resigning from their jobs, though. They love dunking on single moms because no one is having financial problems like they are, right? Nobody is as victimized as they are.
Because of an unsafe unsafe environment, and I was assaulted at work, and now my employer is trying to shush me by sending me a letter of defamation. He had his attorney send me a letter saying, hey, if you don't sign this statement saying that the incident never happened, we're going to sue you within 7 days for defamation. And then I said, you want to know something? I'm no longer the 12-year-old bride.
Let's go, bitch.
Okay, I'm a survivor and I know how to defend myself. I will use the law to reinforce you. So let's fucking go, okay? And
guys, she was saying she hopes she gets better. Exactly. That fucking mean girl behavior. First of all, shout out Kate for just being so strong and cool. And I love Kate and Michael coming on because they all, like Michael says at one point in a future clip we're going to show, where he's like, I remember facts. These people are so stupid, right? Because they like manipulate it and turn it into whatever they want. And these are just two normal people that are like, no, I remember what happened. I was there and I don't need to lie about it. Right? So like, yeah, Anissa, cool thing to own someone about. A single mom being terrified that she's going to lose her job. Also nursing a fucking broken rib. Oh, L. What a fucking L for Kate. Loser. God damn it. And this, okay. The final two are crazy. We got the follow-up story about Anissa accusing Michael of assaulting her. Right? So she, which, you know, here comes the mean girl cycle. She attacked. It didn't go the way she wanted. So then she decided to say that Michael assaulted her. He wouldn't leave her alone to the point that she was crying and had to leave the gym. Right? That was the story she put out. That Michael was holding on to her and refused to stop hugging her, so she was crying, right? Again, trying to make herself the victim after she's been the bully all day. Because it's not getting the response that she wanted. If you were just nicer, like if you were just like genuinely kinder and weren't constantly trying to like outdo people, you wouldn't have to do all this damage control, which ends up blowing up in your face, Anissa. All right, so here's the real story. And it is wild because it happened on the day of the aux cord, if you can believe it. All right, why did this get so big? Okay. Whatever. All right, I'll fix this while we're watching it.
So anyway, let's hear what he says about it. Oh my
Come
goodness.
here and explain it if you want, because I don't have a fucking recollection of it. I don't have a fucking recollection of it.
Now, listen.
So first of all, Ian doesn't remember it at all. He was there in the gym, has no memory of it. Does that mean nothing happened? No. But here come the other actual witnesses, right? Here they come. Also, what is happening? We need more of this. We need more of this. I don't know why this got so small all of a sudden, but there we go. I think because we were looking at the Kaceytron thing. Okay.
The fact that he doesn't remember doesn't mean.
Oh, yeah, here it is. It was really, really upsetting. I kept trying to push him off and he wouldn't. I was embarrassed. It made me feel really embarrassed and then he wouldn't let me leave. He kept hugging me and I was trying to push him off and I cried. And I cried. That right there does not imply that she was already crying. That implies that he made her cry because she was trying to push off of him. This is essentially her saying that he like held her against her will. Right? This is insane, dude. No one should trust anything this woman says again. Like, this is crazy. We have all come so far on believing women when they speak out about assault. To have somebody doing this so publicly, lying about a man assaulting her, and how traumatizing it was for her is so unconscionable to the movement as a whole. Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so here's the convo. Let's keep going.
Something didn't happen. However,
he wouldn't
she's
stop.
supposed to be pretty.
Heather Gates gave €2. Get a coffee on me, girl.
Oh,
you be
thank
slain.
you.
Nail polish emoji. Nail polish emoji. Hand with index finger and thumb crossed emoji. Red heart emoji. Raised hand emoji. Fist emoji. Raised hand emoji.
Thank you, Heather. Shout out. Yeah, like what the fuck are we talking about? I was trying to push him off and I cried. That's not what happened at all. Like, this is crazy. This is pathological. It's not even pathological lying because she has control over when she lies. Like, this is just manipulation, right? This is manipulative.
Confident that she told him all about it and he can explain why she was crying, but he doesn't even fucking remember it. But do you know what?
It wasn't a big deal.
Is she talking about anything?
Also, like, did they keep training with them after this moment? I'm pretty sure they did, right? Like, if he had really assaulted her, and she knew that Ian saw it, wouldn't they have gone home together and she would have been like, you need to tell him off, like, you know, like she does. But they just like went back to boxing with him after she felt this bad. She's weaponizing actual trauma that women really have to go through for sympathy. 100%. Just like a perpetual victim. No, we're talking about Hasan's fan
You got
next.
mail.
Oh my
Starkilla gave $20. You are great. Thank you for your service.
AB in chat. Thank you, AB. We love you. I hope your come down from the gummy wasn't too bad. You were amazing today. You were amazing on the show today. Shout out Dark AB Rising. We love you so much. All right, let's get back to this.
So I can tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
She got kicked off the aux. Patty kicked her off the aux. And then
I cannot believe that this is the origin story of this. That it's about her shitty music in the gym. I cannot believe she's trying to act like a victim because of this. Oh my gosh! H3 family doesn't sell or make any bad boof. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the $2. All right, but I genuinely cannot believe that this all happened the same day. That this is what Anissa was crying this hard about.
Oh, this is related to the aux thing?
Yeah, yes.
So this was one of the best stories is that when she
Okay, so she clearly connected these in her brain to try to justify what a baby back bitch she was being about the aux cord, right? So like she did like a little revisionist history to make it this story of victimhood instead of like, no, you were being a fucking baby. You were being a baby.
She tried to take over the music for the gym and people got pissed because it wasn't the right music.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And so when she got kicked off the aux and her and I had that conversation where I was like, oh, I probably did go too far because I told her it was 12-year-old emo music. But it was just like, she was trying to diss on Patty's music. And I was like, what the hell are you saying?
That's another coach.
Patty was another coach at the time. So what she was saying didn't make sense. So I was like, and this was just another example of how often her and I would get into it. And I would actually speak my mind, which is why they don't like us. Because they don't like when people have different thoughts than they do and don't back
Oh, and then when you confront her, then she's the victim. That's exactly what's happening here.
down to their stupid ideology. So she was mad that I wanted to change that Patty changed the music because I wasn't even the one that did it. Once again, I'm nice. I probably would have let her play that stupid shit. So Patty wanted to change the music, does change the music. She gets upset, starts talking shit about Patty. I stick up for Patty.
Yep. Trying to triangulate right there. Doesn't say anything to Patty. Goes and talks to Mike, trying to poison the well against Patty and get someone on her side. Such a baby. Anissa is a brat, and that is not in the Charlie XCX compliment kind of way.
And told her music was 12-year-old emo music. We were supposed to do our pad session because I always would have to do pads with her before Ian. Once again, I remember all facts. These guys are idiots. And so as soon as that happened,
there it is.
I literally...
These guys are fucking idiots. I remember facts. We love Mike.
Turned around.
Oh my God, 3.14 iDubbbz in chat. Paytas. We hit Paytas. Yes, God. Love you guys.
Because I was like, okay, let's do our pads. I was going to put her gloves on. She runs to the bathroom. And right when I saw her run to the bathroom, I was like, oh, this probably isn't good. She's probably going to be crying. Sure enough, she was crying in the bathroom. She took several minutes to come out. By the time she comes out of the bathroom, she's bawling. She tries to leave to go to the car.
Bro, why are you crying about music
Caden
like
gave
that?
$4.99. Ab, please make sure Olive sees Gwab follow her makeup tutorial. It's comedy gold.
Oh, thank you, Kristen. Yeah, it was really fun. I did, while we signed Olivia's card, I did her makeup tutorial, her get ready with me. It was so fun. Listen, the eyeliner went off the rails, but I knew that was going to happen. So please don't judge.
And I see her go to the front door, but she realizes she doesn't have the keys to the car. So she has to...
this is just all ego death, right? Like, first of all, you're crying because you can't use the aux cord? What kind of a cupcake are you? You're in a boxing gym. Oh my God, the insecurity is crazy. And then to like storm out, but you have to come back for your keys. Delicious, delicious.
To come back. At this point, she's already crying. She's super sad. Once again, they don't know what the fuck empathy is. I see a woman crying and I'm going to feel bad. I'm like, oh shit. I did not mean to make her feel that bad. I thought we were going to just have that conversation, go on to pads, have a normal day. That's why it's so funny. They're like, oh, you're going to cry about it? You crybaby? Bro, you guys are the fucking crybabies. Like,
you literally both cried all the time. Like, they keep being like, yeah, pussy. Someone needs to fuck you up, pussy. You fucking wuss. And it's like, you cried because they wouldn't let you put your Ed Sheeran remixes on the fucking gym loudspeakers. Baby back, bitch. Baby back, bitch.
I can move on from shit. They can't. So she's crying about it. I go give her a hug because I'm like,
because they know each other. It's not like he was this random person. They have a relationship, a friendship at the time, right? He'd probably hugged her before. But no, this is her revising history so she doesn't look like a fucking baby. No, I wasn't crying about Ed Sheeran. I was crying because he was assaulting me. Like, you're crazy, girl. You're fucking crazy.
You've got mail.
Hey, I'm sorry that you're crying.
$10. Love you, Kate. Also, Anissa sucks.
Thank you, Jared. Shout out. Oh my God.
I didn't hug her to the point where she started crying. I felt bad, so I gave her a hug.
She was crying.
And I said, yeah, she was bawling. So I hugged her and I said,
she was crying already. She was crying, and that's why he hugged her. Why else would he randomly fucking hug her? See how she just flips those things? You can't believe things she says. If she has the lack of integrity to do this, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. And I have very, very weak upper body strength.
Was crying.
And I said, yeah, she was bawling. So I hugged her.
That's a crazy, malicious lie. The way she told that story is nuts. She's crying from the aux thing, and then she's making it sound like she's crying because you're like squeezing her and not letting her go.
But literally, because that makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't.
Why would I just be squeezing her? Like, she disgusts me. She's always disgusting. Her mind is disgusting. I see people like Shallow Hal. She's like the ugly girl in Shallow Hal that thinks she's pretty. It's like, no, you're an old, disgusting, like, you're
Jesus,
just,
Mike. Okay.
Grotesque is.
Mike, to me, this part went too far. I was like, ugh. I know people like it and it's like cathartic, right? But for me, I was like, let's pull back on that. Like a guy talking about a woman, I'm like, okay, I understand why you're angry. I get it. And she shouldn't have lied about you assaulting her. That's disgusting, right? But I think like one disgusting was probably enough, right? I get it. The hair on my neck stood up for that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, here is the weirdest and wildest part. This was something I did not know about that she was lying about. If we're talking about lies, the porn lie, I cannot believe that she did this. This is so sad.
I don't understand that. And she lies about all these things. So she's just a pathological liar, and it makes no sense why she needs to flex to me. I didn't care.
She's such a pathological liar. Up until like a couple months ago, she had always told us one of the reasons that she told me that people hate on Ian was because she had done a porn with Mia Khalifa in a hijab. So I'm like, oh damn, she did a porn with
hold
Mia
on.
Khalifa.
What does that have to do with? Wait,
Oh,
okay. Anissa said that she was in the porno with Mia Khalifa.
Yes. This was the first conversation I had with Anissa when I first met her at the gym. Michael told me, hey, the YouTubers come.
First conversation. Reminds me of someone that would fake and make up a rape story too. Yeah.
In today with his wife, they're training, come and meet them and film, right? And then I go and I meet her and I said to her, hey, we don't really know much about the YouTube world, so are you also a YouTuber, or what do you do for work? And then she like literally giggled like, ah. And then she was like, well, I actually had a porn video that went viral. And I was like, oh my God, I just looked around to make sure nobody was around us because why are you talking about this at the gym? And then she's like, yeah, I had a porn video that I did with Mia Khalifa and another Muslim girl, and the three of us had hijabs on, and it was very controversial, and I got lots of death threats. And then after that, I was like terrified for my life, and Ian needed to protect me, and so that's kind of how I became famous, you know? So she.
Part of me was like, oh, was she joking and they didn't get the joke? But the fact that she went into like the victim thing feels like she wasn't joking about this. But like this Mia Khalifa porn video, I saw people talking about it. I've never heard of it or seen it. But some people, some men of culture were like, that was my favorite video at the time. She was definitely not in it. So it's like, if it went viral, it's very easy to prove that you're not in it. Why would you lie about that? Yeah, I didn't know until today who Mia Khalifa is. Like, this is something that can be verified and you just lied about it? Was she doing porn videos? Like, I don't even know like the breadth of her work, right? I thought she was like putting pictures on OnlyFans, but I guess it was more than that maybe, but this is such a strange lie. You lied about going viral, first of all, is so cringe. But then to say it was in this porn, like it's stolen valor. If you weren't there putting in work, how dare you? How dare you besmirch those who have actually served on the front lines? Stolen porn valor is crazy, Anissa. From what I understand, the person in the video has her face covered so she can just claim it's her. What a weirdo. I don't understand why she would do that. And also, if your face was covered, no one would have known it was you to harass you to the point that you were scared for your life. Do you see how it doesn't add up? The Mia porn video was made by Brazzers, by the way. Thank you, Bryce. The archivist, Bryce Butt. I don't understand why she would do this. Like, I Googled Mia Khalifa Anissa just to see. Nothing. There's nothing. Anissa is the Walter Mitty of porn. Shout out Walter Mitty reference. That's like one of my favorite short stories. That's so funny that you said that. This is just crazy. That is a crazy lie, if it's a lie. From what I'm just going to go check her Twitter now and see if she's made any response. Because, like, it's like when someone was talking about the big lie, like the Nazis talked about this, how like you have to make the lie like so big that people will believe it because they can't believe someone would lie about something like that, right? It's obviously not on the same level, but it's like, I believe in people enough to think, why would someone lie about that? Do you know what I mean? Kate searched Mia Khalifa for science. Yes, I did. I didn't know that she was doing like movies. Hot Pot and Boba with the old ball and chain. All right, let me put this up here. Let's just look at her Twitter and see if she's made any comments. Just acting unbothered. The stinky. So everyone in the house stinks? I do love a hot pot. Good morning, gamers. Exhausting day today. Oh, this is days and days ago. Okay, this is all from days ago. Looks like she deleted stuff. Which I guess she does. Okay, so she's just doing dog stuff now. Okay. Oh, that feels like you got called out. Eek. Why would you lie about something that is so easy to disprove? I didn't even think Anissa's OF was that explicit. Me neither. I mean, it sounds like she was a guest star, but Anissa did a Brazzers video? Like, that doesn't... Aren't they, like, super famous? Like, I don't know, guys. It feels like a lie to me. Feels like a lie. I know she's here. Hey, girl, you suck. Like, if you don't lie about stuff, you don't have to remember anything. Like that wow. Like that Mark Twain quote. Oh my God. All right, so let's move past the show. It was another great one. And something very strange happened in the news this week. A fan of Hasan's was arrested for making terroristic threats. So his name is Jarrett Mackey. He's not anymore. He was the, God, I hate all the freaking ads on local paper. He was the social media director and like PR guy for the Detroit City Football Club, which you might remember from Hasan going to a game there. Okay. So he was arrested after making almost a dozen. He was arrested for 11 counts of terrorist threats. Authorities say he and another man, Austin Blair, allegedly made threats to employees and patrons at multiple businesses in Illinois. Now, he lives in Detroit, so I don't know why he was doing all of this, but these two together made a dozen terroristic threats to these different businesses over the course of a month. And then on August 30th, he met Hasan. Here's a little more information about the actual event. Let me see if this one's still up. Okay, here it is. This is like more of like I think this is out of St. Louis, but so this is him. This is Jarrett Mackey. Cool guy. Cool guy. Let me pull up his actual picture on Twitter. Let's see. We got Jarrett Mackey. Hasan. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so there's this guy, Jarrett Mackey from Michigan, who's now in big trouble for making terrorist threats. Turns out Jarrett and another dude, Austin Blair, and these are young guys, were making scary phone calls to businesses in East Alton. That's where Austin lives. Talking about bombs and active shooters. These threats started back in July and caused a bunch of businesses to shut down early because they were freaked out. The cops tracked the calls back to a house in East Alton on September 3rd, so less than a week after Jarrett met and hung out with Hasan Piker. They raided a place on Niagara Street and arrested Blair, grabbing some evidence too. Then on September 6th, okay, so it was about a week later, they caught Mackey at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois, and hauled him off to jail. Why he's spending all this time in Illinois when he works in Detroit, lives in Detroit, I don't understand. Because Detroit and Illinois are not like that close, are they? My wife would know, but she's asleep. Both of them got hit with 11 counts of making terrorist threats. Their court hearing is set for October 3rd. Making terrorist threats in Illinois ain't no joke. It is a Class X felony with up to 30 years behind bars if convicted. Like, what are you doing? You're just calling fast food places? Gang, why are we doing this? Why did you do this? So on August 30th, before he was arrested for the shit he'd done for the last month, he met Hasan because Hasan was invited, ostensibly by him, to hang out at a Detroit football club match. So here is Hasan meeting Jarrett, who welcomed him to the event.
It looks like it. He's got credentials.
Hi, are
What's
you the
good?
guy?
Mackie, good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
Good to meet you, man. There you go, Marsh. Good to meet you.
Marsh,
Here you guys go. Kids
Whoa.
for you
Okay.
guys.
Let's
Do
go.
you happen to have a tote bag or something?
Yeah.
Look at this little fucking
I would
dork.
love to.
Look at this little fucking dork. And he's just like so enamored with Hasan. Look at him. This is unbelievable. And yet, not that unbelievable. All right, let me see. I think I got like his tweets and shit in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, so there's that. Here is Hasan. Basically, the guy just like takes him around and everything. Here is Hasan in the jersey that he gave him, and here's Jarrett's tweet. I'm actually so proud to have pulled this off. It sucks. He seems like he was really proud of his job, like in general. Like he really was passionate about his job. Why the fuck would you do this? Why would you do this? And then, I mean, people are like, oh, well, maybe he was just, well, we did that one. Maybe it was just, he was a PR guy and he knew how big Hasan was in the world and just wanted to invite him. I mean, he follows Hasan, right? He follows him. That's Jarrett Mackey there. He follows him. Of course, his Twitter's closed, but someone found this back from 2021. I guess he had added Hasan, trying to get him to come to something called Rick's. So he has been a fan of or known of Hasan for at least 4 years. It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. So here's some more, this is some more in-depth information on like the actual nature of the calls, which is just insane. Like, I don't understand why these guys did this. I really don't get it. Of course, people are assuming that it's like these places were on the BDS list, but there were some small businesses too. So I think these guys are just fucking sociopaths or something. I really don't know. Hang on, let me just fix this, y'all. Okay. A 25-year-old man from Detroit, Michigan was charged with 11 Class X felony counts for making a terrorist threat. Oh my God, the ads are unbearable. All right, so on July 28th, so this is the beginning of it, Mackey was allegedly involved in communicating to employees and patrons of the Taco Bell in East Alton that a dude with a big gun was walking toward the store. On the same date, he threatened that a shooter was coming to the McDonald's and the Sonic in East Alton. Also on July 28th, this is all the same day, Mackey allegedly threatened that an active shooter would, in 5 to 10 minutes, be at the Casey's in the 300 block of East Edwardsville Road in Wood River. This is all in Illinois. I don't understand why he did this. And like, he's in his 20s, like he should definitely know better. On July 29th, Mackey was allegedly involved in threatening to shoot up the store. So he actually threatened the Domino's the next day, the 30th. So this is like is that like a weekend? 28, 29, 30. Were they just like on a fucking like Coke binge? And this is how they spent their time? July 28, 29, 30. This is a Monday through Wednesday. Maybe through Thursday. This is just like during the week. They're calling these businesses. The next day, involved again in threatening that a shooter was coming to the Sonic in East Alton. On the 31st, he was allegedly involved in making a subsequent threat of a shooter coming to the McDonald's. So they're just targeting the same businesses over and over again. So then on August 10th, there's a break. And then 10 days later, August 10th is a Sunday. It starts again. Made a threat to the workers at Domino's of someone coming to blow their heads off. On August 18th, Mackey was allegedly involved in threatening Runway Lounge in Bethalto. I mean, that just seems like a small business. So there's that. This is a week later. 3 days later, he was involved in threatening to blow up the building and shoot the staff of the Domino's in East Alton. And then on the 27th, he was allegedly involved in threatening to shoot up the Runway Lounge again. He was ordered remanded to jail, but I think he ended up being released. So, like, what the fuck is this about? And this is the other guy, Austin Blair. I don't understand why he did this. I don't understand why he did this. He was obviously fired from his job. We have the post that the Detroit City Football Club posted. This was posted 4 days ago. So DCFC was made aware yesterday that employee Jarrett Mackey was arrested and charged in another state with making terrorist threats. We suspended him from all club activities and removed his access to systems and facilities. This is yesterday. So this was 5 days ago. So what, like September 10th? We have terminated Mr. Mackey effectively today. So he was fired on the 11th. Let me just see what day he was picked up on the 6th, right? Was detained at the Raceway on September 6th and released on September 10th. Okay, so he told them when he got out of jail, which I guess is good. We have terminated. It is important to note that the issuance of charges is not proof of guilt. Our priority is the well-being of our club, staff, supporters, and participants. We have not been contacted by law enforcement and will continue to monitor our situation closely. We have no additional comment, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, lost his job. Because obviously, I guess the cops tracked down Austin, the other kid's information, like tracked the calls back to his street address in Illinois. So again, this is someone who is apparently some degree of a Hasan fan to the point that he, pulled his strings to get him to come to a game in a match in Detroit where he worked. And what I thought was interesting is somebody who claims to be from this kid's past shows that he's kind of been a demon his whole life. I mean, you just don't get that vibe from that first video, right? Or of him just like walking with Hasan and being like, oh, hey, right? He just seems like a little fucking nerd, right? But this apparently is what is lurking inside this guy. So, again, this is all alleged, but the kid in the video does look like him. And this person claims to have known him forever. This is Jarrett Mackey, the guy who made terrorist threats, then went on to stream with Hasan Piker. I went to school with him. He was a mean kid, and I told him I'd never let him forget this video. So this guy apparently has been sitting on this video for years and found the perfect time to drop it. So listen to this crazy kid. This is when he's like 10 years old. Apparently this is about like racing, like car racing, which makes sense because he was caught. He was detained at the racetrack. And also Austin Blair, the other guy, is apparently like a drone operator for racetracks or cars or some shit like that. He does like videography for that stuff. Okay, so here he is getting really mad about some race.
Judy Johnson, you better thank Casey Kane in your interview because you would not have won this race without your teammates' help, okay? Brett Keselowski had this race and you know it. You know it. Brett Keselowski tried to take you out, but no. What are you going to do? You're going to get Mr. Rick Hendrick to pay Casey Kane $4 million to crash? You retarded. I swear to God.
You're retarded.
I hope Brett Keselowski takes you out every single week for the rest of your racing career, you piece of garbage. I swear, Brett Keselowski had this win in the bag, and you ruined it. God, why would you do it? Why?
Sorry, I should have warned you guys that he was about to freak the fuck out. Also, you can see like in the background near the computer, there's like multiple drinks. Like this kid is also like just terminally online. Is he crying now?
Yes. You better thank Casey Kane in your interview. And Brad Keselowski, you're gonna win this championship. Or no, Hendrick's gonna fix it like they always do. Oh my God. I hope Brad Keselowski. This is retarded! Why? We had it! And you ruined it!
Does anyone know who the people are that he's talking about?
Here's the interview.
Me when H3's 30 minutes late, yeah.
He's 7 points behind! If this team might direct him, why didn't you do it? Why?
Okay, that's about as much of that as I can watch. Yeah. You can watch it again by going back and watching the stream again. I'm not gonna play it again, or you can go find it on Twitter. It's up right now. But there are more tweets about it. For context, Jarrett was a mean kid the entire time I've known him. Literally since he was like 10 years old, he would try and rub his subscriber count in our faces and tell us how irrelevant we all were. He never was violent though, which is why I'm kind of surprised he did this. Well, he didn't actually commit violence. He just picked up the phone. He had these delusional views of himself, like he was hugely important, like he matters more than others. He would very often devolve into calling you nothing or unimportant, then boast about his YouTuber subscriber counts. It was low. So I'm imagining a lot of this is happening online, right? He uploaded this NASCAR video and it was great ammo against him. He would try and bully me at the lunch table and I'd bring up this video to which he'd claim I'm retarded for thinking it's real and say it was acting. I told him I'd never let him forget it. Even if it's acting, kid. This is not normal. Anyway, nothing real to report here. He was a shithead his whole life. I don't know what made him this way, but he's just always been a shitty person. My last interaction with him was when he called a photographer an R word at the mall, so I just so happened to be there to witness it. He was between 17 and 19 when that happened, so he was fucking with people then. Haven't heard from him or seen him in years, but Jarrett, if you see this, I'm not letting you forget that fucking video. My goodness. So here's my question. Obviously, I don't blame Hasan for doing this, right? But it does seem like, look at this little dork. Just walking with him, hanging out. It does seem like this is the kind of kid, this is the kind of guy that Hasan brags about saving from the right-wing pipeline, right? Like this is like his bread and butter. These young males, white guys usually, young white guys who are close to tipping into the right-wing way of life. They have all that anger, that frustration, and Hasan and all the, you know, the media around Hasan say that he's like saving these kids, right? Saving these guys from a life of violence and republicanism essentially. But like we've said before, are they getting a new outlet? Are they getting a healthy outlet? Or is their rage just being stoked? Because this doesn't feel like he's been saved, right? Like, is this the product? Is this the product of Hasan saving kids? Like, if this was a BDS thing, which I don't think it is, like that, I don't think it is, but like, is this what we're supposed to be doing? I mean, we have that clip of Hasan bragging about the fact that some politician was stepping down because he got threats to his office, right? That people were calling and threatening. And so the guy stepped down. So is this guy performing in that way that he's been socialized to do? I don't know. But if he is in fact a fan, and if this is in fact what it looks like for Hasan to save these kids from the right wing, like, you're not doing your job, bro. You're just corralling them in a different place and letting their anger fester. You're not helping them. This is not what saving people looks like. This is not what redirecting people looks like. You're just sending them down a different radical pipeline with no new skills, no new coping mechanisms. That's if this stuff is true, right? But like, why? Why is that the fun thing for you to do? Like, he seems like he's like enjoys his job, enjoys what he's doing. Why is he
have
so...
like a tote bag or something?
Yeah. Big
Oh.
Yeah, get me a tote bag, you little bitch.
Would love to.
Oh, you don't want to carry all that around the whole time?
Well, because our bag is just
That's stupid. It's just so stupid.
Let's go.
filled to the brim right now.
Welcome to Hamtramck. Welcome to Keyworth. Have you guys found the city so far? Good time?
Amazing.
Yeah. It was funny. I was dying earlier when you were talking about the Detroit sign because the whole city got fooled on AI on that.
Yeah.
The concept that
Hasan is not listening to you, girl. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this happened. I don't know why they thought that this would be a good, fun idea. Like, how dumb are you? You had a real job that you seem really passionate about. So why were you doing this? Why were you making threats for days at a time with your friend? Like, what a terrible, dumb decision. You're 25. Grow the fuck up. On a related note, Hasan is officially being noticed by Elon Musk for his own veiled threats of violence. And I'm assuming that's not good, right? Because as you'll see here in this tweet that Elon Musk, let me close this so you can actually see it, that Elon Musk retweeted and tagged Jeff Bezos. This is the tweet that Hasan put out, talking where Tom Cotton said this, and then Hasan put how to build a gun on top of that, right? So now Elon is tagging Jeff Bezos, and to me, this is Elon trying to like dunk on Jeff. And I don't think the place you want to be right now, Hasan, is in the middle of a pissing match between billionaires. I don't think you want to be the pawn in that. Like, you have a lot of influence, but I think if this catches on, you're going to find out what a small fish you actually are in this pond. Because if this is going to be another, like Musk versus Trump thing, and you are the bait in the middle, it's not going to be good. And right now, specifically with all of the right-wingers losing their minds about Charlie Kirk, which I still my brain is still processing that. I said out loud today to my wife, I was like, I can't believe Charlie Kirk's neck exploded like that on the internet. Like, I still cannot believe that happened. But it's a bad time. It's a bad time to be on the alt-right's radar for saying that someone should assassinate Republicans. It doesn't make them right? We don't want that either, but it's a bad time for your chickens to come home to roost, Hasan, is what I'm saying. You should not watch the video. I saw it against my will. It was right away. It was on Instagram. And I was just scrolling, and the video was so short, I didn't have time to scroll past it before I saw him explode. It is bad. It is disgusting. I mean, it's like Tarantino levels of blood. Pop a perk for Charlie Kirk. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, and I it's hard to blame Instagram because I'm sure it was the videos were just being posted so fast. I mean, it was like within 5 minutes after it happened, I saw it. I was like, oh, that view is what was enough. Like I saw like the far away one when his neck just like goes like this. I'm like, he's dead. I was like, I don't need to see any more of that. And then I was like, whoa, fuck. It was Tarantino levels of blood. And that's why I think I'm having a hard time like processing it, because it just seemed fake, you know? It was so gross. And that's the thing, like, I'm not like losing sleep over the fact that Charlie Kirk is not with us anymore, but I don't think everyone needed to be traumatized by watching a murder happen like that. Like, I've never watched a murder happen. I don't think we have to pretend we're like okay with that or happy about that, you know? I'm not going to like wring my hands like he was a father, he was a son, you know, like I'm not going to do that, but like I don't think anybody needed to see that, and I think that we are not okay because we saw that. That's how I feel. Less than half a can of pop worth of blood loss is critical. Yeah, he was dead immediately. Crazy stuff. Some teacher showed the video to his young students repeatedly. Jesus Christ. Ugh. No one should be murdered for opinions. Well, exactly. And like, and that's the other thing. Again, I don't want to play like, what's the term? Like respectability politics, right? Because Charlie Kirk did promote a lot of hate, a lot of violence, right? Like he was cool with a lot of it. But it's a slippery slope. Like, okay, if Charlie Kirk is worthy of that kind of death in a civil society, who else is? And then you want to like name a couple other people. Okay. What about this person? What about this person? Where is the line, right? Like who is allowed to be murdered and we're happy about it and who isn't? Like it very quickly becomes a slippery slope, right? That's all. And also, if you're on the other side of the aisle, right? If you're someone like Hasan, who is very openly leftist, and he said as much in his articles, like, does it make it okay then? If you're celebrating Charlie Kirk dying, is it okay for someone on the other end of the spectrum to celebrate you dying and be happy about you being murdered that way? That's all. I don't think we need to like make it seem like Charlie Kirk was this like angel from heaven, but to me it's less about the person and more about the situation, you know, and what it could signal, what it could lead to, right? Like copycat shit. So yeah, that's what I worry about. Oh my goodness, what a fun night, y'all. I think that's going to do it for me. Tomorrow there's no H3, so maybe we'll play video games tomorrow night. It'll be my third foray into Subnautica. I have wanted to play again, but I'm holding off. Wait, what? Kate the podcast. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What did I do? Alex, what are you talking about? Oh, Alex's podcast is coming out tomorrow. The interview that we did this weekend? You're fast, bro. Oh, have fun, Captain Quasar. Gaming day. Awesome. Yeah, okay. So the interview that Alex did with me and Captain Quasar and Haley is coming out tomorrow at noon. So make sure you watch that. I'll give it a share on my channel. And then tomorrow night, we'll probably play a little Subnautica because now I've got my repair tool. I've got my my scanner and I'm ready to keep building shit and figuring out what's going on. All right, homies. Well, this was a lot of fun. I was like not super excited to stream tonight, but I'm so glad I did. It's nothing any of you have done. I was just feeling tired, but I'm just very glad that we had a nice chat. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.